It's the most important thing to take care of. What's up, socials? Welcome to Savi's Impression. I hope all of you are having a great day, and I'm glad that you're watching this video. The members of my newsletter group are aware that I sent out a readers survey in December, and I received an amazing response. I have covered few topics that you guys have asked me for. Another most sorted topic was self-care. Self-care doesn't come so easy. So before we dive into today's topic of discussion, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified each and every time I upload a new video. We talk a lot about productivity, efficiency, and personal development here. And there is one aspect to actually consider, and that is highly important for our personal growth, and that is self-care. I believe that there are three key habits or three key behaviors that make a huge impact on your relationship with self-care. They are setting boundaries, being consistent, and having self-discipline. Many of us, especially when our to-do lists are overflowing, we have requests from other people, we have so many hustles going around, we need to take care of many things excluding ourselves. Let's be honest here, practicing on self-care is not that easy and it is not fun. But taking time, and as and when you practice self-care, life becomes more easier and you create time and energy for people and things that matter in your life. Let me ask you one question. When was the last time you took time for self-care or self-love? And I know your answer would be, I don't remember, or I have never considered it as a priority, right? Setting boundaries with your own self and others is highly essential to protect your time and energy. When you get clarity on your boundaries and when you take every effort to stick to them, you give yourself permission to focus on things that you need the most. To get a better sense about boundaries, consider what kind of habits that you will tolerate and that you cannot tolerate from people around you. I have talked about setting boundaries in my previous video. Say no when somebody needs your attention. If you see the video, go check it out. That I will link it out in the description box down below. Setting your boundaries, actually, it is a sign that you give importance to your self-respect more than anything else. If you get any unsolicited request or something that tries to fit into your schedule, which there is actually no space and time for it, it is always better to say no. It is always better to set that boundary. The next key habit for better self-care is having a self-discipline. Now, discipline is what that you don't push aside the things that you actually need on a physical, emotional, and on a spiritual level. When you stick to a self-discipline, it shows that you give importance to your self-respect. Self-discipline is all about removing temptations. When you say you would be going to bed at a reasonable time every night, so instead of going to bed, you scroll down your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed, and there are tons of things on the internet that distracts you. By doing so, you are actually not practicing self-discipline. Instead, what you can do is you can place phone outside your room or somewhere else in the room. Discipline of going to bed early or going to bed on a time. And sleep is one of the most important thing in self-care. Most of you actually compromise on your sleep. You cut down your sleep time and then go after the goals, or you work on your goals that you want to achieve. But without proper sleep, let me tell you, you are not going to be productive the next day. My sweet spot of sleep is 7.5 hours. If I don't get 7.5 hours of sleep, I am not going to function properly the next day. Don't mistake me when I say 7.5 hours of sleep. It is not the quantity, it is the quality that matters. Because when you sleep, your neurons shrink by 60%, making the cerebral spinal fluid washing your brain. And you know that there is a lot of cleansing activity that takes place when you're asleep. That is the reason why you feel energized, revitalized, you feel much more productive the next day when you wake up after a quality sleep. That is the reason sleep is very essential, and it is one of the key for self-care. Do whatever you can to reduce or to eliminate temptations and distractions, because when you do this, you are actually being in control of yourself. You are actually giving respect to your self discipline. If you want to get better at self discipline, you need to let go of the distractions and the temptations. You need to eliminate it completely so that it doesn't slide with your goals and intentions. The third key habit for better self care is being consistent. When you're consistent with your actions, when you're consistent with your habits, what you do is you ingrain self-care into your daily routine. Rather than making self-care a random activity, you are making it a part of your lifestyle. Consistency takes place when you take small incremental steps to make an action into a habit. Now, rather than taking all your actions, rather than meddling up with all your actions, take a small step. Take one self-care goal and try to stick to it. Now, if you decide that you would be working out thrice a week, stick to that action. Stick to that action so that it becomes a habit, and in turn it becomes a part of your lifestyle. Start building your self-discipline in this particular area. Self-discipline plays a huge role in how consistent you are with your habits. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. That's it for today's socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you're subscribed for good vibes. And always remember, you have the opportunity to create the life you want. Cheers.